All right, good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Gold, as you all know, and I welcome to Kokwe Radio and Television Station where they give on a back-to-back as they happen, as the suburb of Bodo, Nigeria, still on the state emergency of this our Bodo, Nigeria, where the suburb, the times of insecurity, hardship, also under Bola Ahmed TINUBU administration, as they go, Nigeria, they follow. All right, this morning, the FCT Minister, Wike, my man, Wike, our man, the former governor of Rivers State, he don't become the FCT Minister now. My guy man wants to start work. He has said this morning that he has promised FCT accurate, 100% accurate security in times of kidnappings and also bombing here and there, maybe kidnapping students at school, also in the rural areas and also in the urban area, adequate security. He don't even open the nyash of the police, say that is a shameful thing that the FCT command does not even have a tracking device. Oh, the police, upon the money whether they get, whether they suburb from the community and also the federal government, that is a shameful thing, so disgraceful that they don't have. That until you get to the headquarters before you be able to track one or two persons. Listen to what you also say on the other note.
Again, police, it's unfortunate to say this, that some of our, or mostly, the security agencies, in particular, I would say, the police here, not adequately equipped. In fact, you can't believe it that the police command or the city do not even have ordinary tracking device. You can't believe that. Not only them, even the FCT command of the state, the state services don't even have. So the only, I mean the state of government, and the only way they have is at the headquarters. So if there are things to do, they have to go to the headquarters, which is not supposed to be that. And we have said, look, and luckily I told Mr. President that, look, we have to do something. And there must be the emergency procurement of this equipment. Because if we go through the normal process of procurement, it takes you months. In fact, let me tell you, last year, we applied to the Bureau of Public Procurement. Look, we want to have vehicles to launch by December. And other communication gadgets allow us have emergency procurement. They refuse. I'm not saying that not doing that was what led to some of those kidnapping or what led to the kidnapping of the families and the rest. But if we had this opportunity to launch Members Republic, that alone puts here before the criminal that look, these people are
sort of a step back.
Yes, but it was when it happened in January. I have to run to Mr. President. Look, we can continue. As Mr. President gave us emergency procurement approval immediately that we must get this equipment, and which we have done. Then the only snap we now have, again, I have said, in terms of security, we don't need to bring bureaucracy. We have now applied to the Office of National Security Advisor to allow us to have end-user certificates of most of those equipment. When I appeared before the Senate yesterday, they closed those sections. And I briefed them. They were all happy with what we have done and what steps we are taking. But then again, we are able to let them know, look at the problem that we are facing. And I came back. Then I saw the letter from the Office of the National Security Advisor. So I was thinking that approval has been given. Until when I read it, the man said, look, we should let those who will use it, take for example, the police, the SSS, be the ones they will not apply for the end user certificate. That will now go back for them to now write it. This is what I'm talking about, bureaucracy.
Okay. Welcome back from that wonderful clip as the FCT minister is working. My man, Wike, still on still, he never finished. Oh. Some men has come to arrest TV this morning to give an analysis on the notes that Bola Ahmed said nobody, that the government should not pay a ransom to anybody or any child, any school child being kidnapped. Why we do say this? People have been giving analysis on this matter. Okay, how do we go about it? Why would the president, Bola Ahmed TINUBU, say such? Because what are the implications? Also, this man has come on board to say, talk about local security, such as the vigilante, that there should be a channel, a chain of communication from the local security, that in fact, they should empower the obas, that is the kings, the chief of those local governments, to give them adequate power to conquer those people by empowering their vigilantes, which are the local security, to create a chain of communication to the police. Listen carefully.
I guess, like every other government, nobody, no government whatsoever would like in their domain for this kind of situation to occur. Having said this, though, one thing we have to, just like my colleague says, we need to take security back to local. Local is something very, very local. In a situation whereby you have the chiefs or the emir or the obas or what you call them, they need to be empowered in a way. I've been seeing, maybe recently, they're trying to propose the state security. Security is something that has to be local. We need to start from local because, gathering intelligence, how does these people come here? And from the report you share with the chairman of that local government, if I'm not mistaken, Corriga, it says they have their own vigilante people that goes around and so on and so forth. These are what they need to firstly reinforce. When you see a stranger in your community, this is not a 1 man or 2 man, 3 men. They come in droves. Maybe you see someone strange in the marketplace you've never seen before, is to allow the authority and say, hey, we're having a stranger in our midst. So I believe this should be a starting point. So far, so good. No ransom should be paid to any because that can only embolden them for the future occurrence.
And you actually bring me to my next question, Professor Alao, the balance between civil defense or like professional security forces. I remember there was an attack in Zamfara State where 60 vigilantes, or about that number, were killed while courageously attempting to defend their community. They didn't have access to obviously sophisticated weaponry. So given the complexities of this issue, from your expert standpoint, how can the government then effectively balance the need for civilian engagement in security and the overall strategy of professional security forces?
The best approach to me, I believe, it should be a sort of a mesh, whereby there must be a chain of communication between the locals, the state, and the federal. And again, as you mentioned, civil defense, other than civil defense, they all need to work in tandem for the same cause. It's not about being ego that, oh, well, at the end of the day, it's about the security. As they used to say in England, they said we have to be our neighbor's keeper. Which means just like the meerkat, whereby security is not a business of one person, not only security professionals alone. I can remember when you knew in a neighborhood in the West, those retirees, those old women and men, you thought they are reading newspaper. They can easily alert police. Oh, we've seen a stranger. He's been going up and down. We don't know who this person is in our community. I guess this should be a starting point. Not only relying on, okay, well, law enforcement agent, we should take security as a responsibility of every single individual, both young and old.
All right, so I think that's a very clear evidence, and I pray Bola Ahmed TINUBU, the federal government will take a step on this note, though they promise us and be failing. Yes, we are not giving up. Nigeria, we gather we are stronger than rock. All right, so on this same matter, the Fulani X-Men has come to the social media. This country, not how I know go see you, demanding for the release of their leader that has been in under detention of the police. That if care is not taken, if Bola Ahmed TINUBU did not do something, that they will do a radical thing to destroy his regime and his tenure. That they will make things frustrating. That number one, this man in question is not a criminal. He has never had a criminal record. Listen carefully.
Our voice heard and known that the Nigerian security agencies should without further delay free and release unconditionally Bello Bodejo, the president of Miete Allah, because up until now his families were not granted access to visit him. Now we are just coming out from the court and the case has been adjourned to 22nd of March. We hope and pray that before then they will release him, because he is not a criminal, he has no criminal record, he will not run away and leave this country. So if not because of the failure of our security agencies, there are bandits in the forest who they should have gone after, who are carrying arms, but it is defenseless individuals they are going after. This is worrisome, and this shows that they are not even prepared. Why they did not bring him to court today is because they have even failed to establish a prima facie case against him. That is the major reason. So they must release him unconditionally, because we are peace-loving people. We came here peacefully, we deliver our message peacefully, and we do not intend to cause havoc or cause any violence. But if we are pushed to the wall, we don't know what some of our radical members might do. So it is incumbent on the Nigerian government and the security agencies to, without further delay, release Bello Bodejo unconditionally.
My Lord has given the Office of Attorney General an instruction to make sure they file a charge.
All right, so welcome back once again from that wonderful clip again. What I have to say on this note is the truth must be told. You cannot eat your cake and have it back. I've been using these men and dumping them after showing them the gravity of power and the importance of money, the value of money. Then you dump them in a country where you know that the security capacity is low. That is not even up to 50% in Nigerians. Now you have now come on board as a president, and we are finding it difficult facing the challenges from these men. Please, TINUBU, we don't want kidnapping. We don't want the issue of bombing again to occur during the period of Jonathan, as what they do. But now in this case, what does Bola Ahmed have to do? Is Bola Ahmed capable enough to tackle these men? Will Bola Ahmed settle these men amicably? Will Bola Ahmed wage war against them? These are the questions before us. And how do we conquer these people? How do we get these people eradicated out of this country so that Nigeria go figure peace? You the drag trouble, you won't start trouble, but you know now the trouble go take hand. Because nobody know how long is it going to take. That is what Nigerians experiencing. Hardship is going on, food scarcity. Even though with the say CBA don't give 2.5 billion naira, say loan for that, say they don't pump them into agriculture. That is fertilizer. May they take use and make the thing take grow. We go take hand hardship. The question is, where are the farm? Where are the farmland you want to use? How secure are those places? 2, what about the security capacity? 3, will these same people, X-Men who are killing the farmers, not come in mass to attack this same farmland? These are the questions before you, Bola Ahmed TINUBU. Give the man where sabi, make it take some bubble. You send no talk. It don't come up, but they don't set that trap. You don't interrupt. Oh, you only know guy won't be, will never be before. My man, you be jagaban, jaga them. Make them know say you don't arrive. Now, so I want to take picture come my man top this matter. To anything where you do for this country. My brother, do well, oh. Don't jealous your brother. If not 10 naira, they come your table. Manage them, survive. One day, nothing will get beginning, we don't get here. Let's make a content, let's go say hello to Naba.
Oya sanwó mi, oya sanwó mi, kò bá tètè sanwó.